Hey, YouTube, Mikey here. I'm gonna show off one more book for right now. Just NBA basketball, an official fan's guide. I'll try to go as quickly as I can. There may be some of the players that you recognize. There's Charles Barkley. There's Dominique Wilkins. There's David Robinson. There's the history of the NBA. Joe Fulks. I think Philadelphia has another Fulks on the team currently. If you're able to read this, you can. There's Rad Auerbach and Bill Russell, 8 consecutive championships. There's Bill Sharman. They took over the 1960s, being my Lakers. In the 70s, kind of just any team could go. There's George Gervin when he was in the ABA. There's Magic Johnson and Larry Bird. They kind of went at each other. In the 80s, there's Isaiah Thomas and Olajuwon. There's Jordan. There's the lottery. Bulls would dominate the 1990s. There's the NBA Finals winners and losers. This was up through 1994. So we all know what year this was. 1995. There's the Hawks. There's the teams that were the Hawks. Of course, the greatest franchise, the Boston Celtics, 17-time NBA champs. And have a nickname. Of course, the Hornets were once owned by David Stern. There's Alonzo Mourning and Muggsy Bogues. Chicago Bulls. Cavaliers. That was the old Cavaliers logo. Dallas Mavericks. Some of the old arenas that they used to play in. Denver Nuggets. Matumbo. Detroit Pistons. Yeah, Bill Laimbeer. Of course, he had his own video game. There's Joe Dumars. Golden State Warriors. The current NBA champs. Soon be moved right back to San Francisco. It's Chris Webber. Although one of my colleagues, I could probably call him C-Web as well. There's the Houston Rockets. Rudy Tomjanovich. one of the best coaches from the Rockets. Of course, he didn't coach the Lakers for a few games. There's the Pacers. The young Reggie Miller. Los Angeles Clippers. There's Mark Jackson. LA Lakers, my team. James Worthy. 16-time champs. Miami Heat. There's Ronnie Cycli. There's Glenn Rice. Yeah, they did win a NBA championship in the 2010s with LeBron and Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh. Rebuilding for the future. Milwaukee Bucks. Sidney Moncrief. Minnesota Timberwolves. There's Christian Laettner. New Jersey Nets. And one of the boring logos. Derek Coleman. New York Knicks. Historical franchise. Teams or players love to play there. Walt Frazier. Well, no, that's John Starks, by the way. Of course, Charles Oakley, he got in trouble for illegal gambling. Got arrested at a casino. Orlando Magic, Shack Attack. Penny Hardaway. Sixers. Sean Bradley. One of the tallest NBA players of all time. Phoenix Suns. Kevin Johnson. Former mayor of Sacramento. Dan Marley, the Thunder Dan. Guess he owns a restaurant, 3 Point Restaurant. Well, I'm not sure what it is. It's something close to it. There's the Portland Trail Blazers. Buck Williams. Cliff Robinson. Of course, they won an NBA title or two in the 70s. Traveling Sacramento Kings. Or as Shaq would call it, the Queens. Now they play at the Golden One Arena in downtown. San Antonio Spurs. Even Dennis Rodman made that team. Or that yellow hair. Alongside David Robinson. And then Tim Duncan. I think Tim Duncan was the entire franchise. Well, after George Gervin. Seattle Supersonics, which are now the Oklahoma City Thunder. Utah Jazz. The Mailman, Karl Malone. The Washington Bullets. There's Rex Chapman. There's the NBA playoffs, how the system works. I don't care how it works. All right, there's the scores. 1969, 1970. Of course, my Lakers lost both of those. But we won in 1980. But we lost in 84. No, we didn't make it in 83. Here's the superstars of the NBA, of course, Jordan, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, master of the skyhook, the all-time scoring champ career. Charles Barkley, Sir Charles, mouth of the rebound. Larry Bird, Larry Legend. Wilt Chamberlain. Of course, we all know he scored 100 points. They'll never be broken. The Glide Drexler. I was born in Portland, by the way. Dr. J. Julius Erving. His famous dunk in the 1980 finals against my Lakers. Patrick Ewing. Unfortunately, he did not win an NBA title. He had one chance. Larry Johnson. He's not the same Larry Johnson that played running back for the Kansas City Chiefs. Just a name identity for you. Magic Johnson. Of course, he's now he's the GM. Could he have been responsible for picking up LeBron and a sign? Air Jordan. Yeah, say anything more? So everyone collects Jordan. Sean Kemp, the Rain Man. So the guy in a little bit of trouble. He had to go to Cleveland. Karl Malone. This mailman delivered. Well, actually, he didn't deliver a title. Did have a chance 2 times. One with Utah and one with the Lakers. Failed them both. Moses Malone. Yeah, came out of high school. Played for several teams. George Mikan. Yeah, the original, the very first All-Star, in my opinion. Chris Mullin. Well before Steph Curry. There was Chris Mullin shooting the threes. Hakeem Olajuwon. The Dream. Shaq. Shaquille O'Neal. Shaq Attack. Did he look better with that body shape? Or did he look better when he was more fatter? Scottie Pippen. He was the Robin to Jordan's Batman. One of the best Steelers of the game, in my opinion. The first triple-double And all season, Oscar Robertson, the Big O. David Robinson, the Admiral, our Navy. He did get a little bit of help later on in his career. Bill Russell. Of course, he won so many championships with Boston. John Stockton, no such luck with him. No championships for him. Played all his seasons with the Utah. Isaiah Thomas. Of course, he did finally win one in 89 and 90 with Detroit. Dominique Wilkins, the human highlight film. He won like a couple of slam dunks. Yeah, I know at least one. There's the All-Star game. These are the first All-Stars. There's long distance shootout champs. There's the slam dunk champs. Like I say, he won at least one. No, you got two of them. Dominique. Yeah, let's go. Let's have a weekend at Michael's house. No, not my house. Jordan's house. The last magic show. There's the All-Star game results. There's the NBA draft. It's from 1993, if you can read those names. There's Shaq, number one. There's the coin flips and flops. That's the key right there. And then the key right there. How a couple of those teams won or lost the coin flip. That sort of changed the NBA. It had nothing to do with who got the overall number one draft pick, like those guys. There's the Dream Team in 1982, because the USA, they couldn't win any games or didn't win the gold medal with college players, so they had to grab all the NBA players, well, except for Christian Laettner. They had to have one from the college ranks. That's their road to the Olympic gold. Yeah, they scored over 100 points in every game. Yeah, of course, they went global. There's the glossary of terms if you don't know. Of course, they have newer terms now than these terms right here. There's the Basketball Hall of Fame. Sure, there are a few more that made the list. If you made it through this video without skipping over, congratulations. So that's it, and that's all. Thank you for watching Mike Line here on the Global Satellite Network.